Hey y'all, it's Lissa, aka Bangs and Glasses. I am finally back with a layout share. I have kind of struggled to work in some time to do things that I enjoy, like crafting. My son is now almost 6 months old, and this is everything that I have been able to create since he was born, basically. Before I had him when I was pregnant. I just had zero energy and I was not doing hardly any crafting. So it's been nice to have, um, some energy again to be able to do some scrapbooking. So I have 25 layouts here to share with you all. Some of these were from sketches from Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches back in June. So let's just go over what I've been able to create over these past couple months. Starting with this layout here. So this is a fall layout. I've been trying to use up the Simple Stories Stay Cozy collection. So this is just a selfie of me. I just gotten my hair done and it was kind of this reddish auburn color, and it was one of those days where it first started to feel like fall, and I found this leaf that was red and kind of matched my hair. So here, this one's titled just I Love Fall, and I was able to use up a bunch of the little words along the side here. I also used some mixed media spray on here in this silvery color. And yeah, this is like one of the first layouts I was able to make right after having my son. So excited to get that done. Next, this is my first time using Pink Fresh, I believe. So this is a really fun, bright, colorful layout. It's called Love This Day. I wanted to really bring out a lot of purple in here. I love purple. And this is just a photo documenting this lavender lemon cake I had when I was out at a coffee shop with some friends. I don't have a photo of me and the friends, but I have a photo of the cake, so that'll help remind me of that moment. Just a lot of different Pink Fresh things used here from the mystery box I got probably about a year ago now, a year or more, and finally breaking into that. Next, this one is just titled Shelfie. This was our bookshelf back in our old apartment. I was able to document that before we moved. So I've got a lot of my Harry Potter pop figures and things like that. So I used a lot of Harry Potter themed things, trying to use up the Echo Park Witches and Witches collection. I believe this is also using a sketch from 30 Days of Life. I'm not sure. But glad to use up some more of that collection. Next we have this one, which is Vicky Booten. This is Beautiful Day. I was out with a friend walking around downtown and seeing some of the murals and things like that. My friend actually did this mural, which is pretty cool. So I wanted to make sure I documented that. Wanted to bring out a lot of the orange here with the sloth. And I believe this is from a sketch as well. So this one is called Grateful for You. I got to use up a lot of papers from this 6x6 paper pad I have. So this one is Pink Paisley Pick Me Up, all these hearts that I die cut out. And then this border paper is a Heidi Swap paper from a paper pad I'm trying to use up. Excuse me. Okay. So trying to use up more of that paper pad and things like that. And this is just a selfie of my husband. We were out at brunch one day. All right, next, this is a 2-page layout, and this is photos from the Oklahoma Planner Crawl, which is an event for people who plan. So it goes like this. So this I remember using a sketch from Pinterest, or using a layout that I was inspired by from Pinterest, and using up the Hey Crafty Girl collection. I've almost killed that off, thankfully. I've got some acrylic pieces on here, so some little puppy hearts. I still need to do my journaling up here, but I'm really glad to get these photos finally on here. Also, over the past couple months, I've been focusing on using up all my photos from 2019, and I believe I've killed off all of those. So I think I'm done documenting 2019. So I can move on to finishing documenting the other years now that it's 2023. So this next layout is just called Shine. And this is from Crepe Paper All Heart, one of my favorite collections. I loved this floral paper, so I really wanted to have that be kind of the star of the show. And this is just a selfie of me. I think I had just gotten my hair done recently, so I'd finally gotten a picture of that. I believe this was using a sketch as well. Alright, next, this is a Christmassy sort of layout, although it's not about Christmas, it's just was documented in December. So this one is called Twinning Together. So me and one of my coworkers, we had very similar outfits on. So I had like a red plaid sweater, she had a red sweater, and then black plaid pants. So we were kind of twinning, so we had a photo together of that. So I had to use a plaid paper for the background, of course. And I wanted it to be like very symmetrical, how I embellished it. And this is using Pink Paisley Together for Christmas, which is a very traditional Christmas line, which is pretty great for documenting Christmas as well as just winter. All right, layout number 9. This is just called Out with the Old. This is my first time breaking into the Simple Stories Flea Market collection, which I love. It's like one of my favorite collections. It has all the colors that I like to use. I love, all the teal and turquoise in here, as well as all the globes and matte prints. So this is right up my alley. This is just a photo of us. We had like decided, oh, we're gonna do, some deep cleaning at the end of the year, getting rid of a lot of clothes and things like that. So I feel like this collection with the flea market kind of went with that, just like clearing out all our junk basically. So some of these are chipboard pieces, some are stickers, some are die cuts, and then this is just the background of this page. So I'm glad to be able to utilize that. Sometimes these papers with the scene on it already are hard to use. Next, this is called New Year, New Planner. So again, this was at the end of 2019. I was just, planning and watching YouTube videos. Wanted to document that. This is also using Hey Crafty Girl from Simple Stories, which I'm trying to use up. This is one of my favorite papers in the collection, so I'm glad I got to use that. Next we have Merry Christmas from Pink Paisley Together for Christmas. This I know for sure was from 30 Days of Sketches. I got to use one of my solid papers from that collection, which I'm not much of a solid paper person. So of course I had to embellish it with some mixed media just to make the background less plain. This is our Christmas tree in 2019 when we were back at our apartment. Now we have a much bigger Christmas tree now that we have a house. You can see I used a lot of owl ornaments. I really like owls, and everyone kept getting me owls for Christmas and things like that, so I have a lot of owl ornaments on here. So I had to use some little birds on there. I love this cute little gingerbread house too. So that one is just another Christmas one. Another Christmas one from that same year in 2019. This is definitely using a sketch from 30 Days of Sketches. This one is just called Celebrate, and this was how I decorated our mantle that year. We did have a fireplace in our apartment, which was kind of cool because then we got to hang our stockings properly, which we haven't gotten to do before. So I just wanted to use a lot of ornaments on here. They're kind of like cascading down the page since it's about the decorations. Next, this is called Forever and Always from Bo Bunny Beautiful Things. This is the first time I've gotten to break into this collection too, and I also wanted to note that I used up a whole thing of stickers. Finally killed this off. This I've had since probably like 2020, maybe even 2021. But I used these standouts. Those were the last, or this one too. These are the last 3 stickers on there, so I used it up. So I wanted to show you I had an empty. So this is, again, using a sketch from 30 Days of Sketches, but I kind of did it with a little twist on it because I did not like how this corner was in the sketch, so I just kind of did it with this pre-made paper where it's got the mixed media sort of look to kind of emulate the sketch and how it was. So this is just a selfie, or I guess not a selfie if there's other people in it, but a photo of me and my husband. We were starting off an anniversary trip to Oklahoma City, so I finally got that picture documented. Again, I always like to use birds when it's photos of my husband. He's a big bird fan, so you've heard me say that before. I like to use birds for him, so that's on there for him. Next, this is another Vicki Boutin page. This is one of her pre-made mixed media backgrounds, and this is just documenting a book that I read at the time. So this is just titled Crazy Good. I got to use a lot of little branding strips on here too, which I was really happy to be able to do. And this is also from a sketch from 30 Days of Sketches. This is called Delightful and Delicious. I got to use 3 photos on here, which is really nice. This is using Maggie Holmes' Marigold collection, which is one of my favorite fall collections. I wanted to use up a lot of the food sort of related stickers because this is just kind of documenting selfies of me, and then we had made a HelloFresh meal. We were getting HelloFresh meals at the time, and I liked to document those meals. They were pretty good. And this was also from 30 Days of Sketches for sure. So I'm glad I got to use some of that collection as well. Next we have this photo series of my husband. These are from 2 different days, I believe. But I knew they were going to be next to each other, so I thought I would just kind of make a page about him. I used a lot of Vicki Boutin. I also used up a bunch of these random embellishments. I have this bin, this shoebox full of embellishments that don't go with the collection, that don't go with anything that I'm trying to use up, and I was able to use a lot of those on here, so I was really proud of myself for doing that. And I really like to use Vicki Boutin for my husband, I've noticed. I think just like the mixed media, it's a little more grungy, and I feel like that works really well for masculine layouts. Next, this is also Vicki Boutin, very, very pink. I'm not much of a pink girl, but it ended up being really pink and purpley. This is just titled Hello Lovely. These are just some selfies I took of myself. I just really liked my hair that day. I just got my hair cut recently. This I remember was definitely from a sketch from 30 Days of Sketches. I remember it had like these hearts down the side, so that's why I decided to use this pre-made mixed media paper. And again, I used a lot of embellishments up from that random box I have, as well as using a lot of washi, which I was really proud of myself for doing. There's actually not any pattern paper on here at all, except for the background, so that made me really happy to be able to experiment and do something like that. Next, this is another Hey Crafty Girl layout. I'm really trying to kill off that kit. I think I only have a couple papers left and a few embellishments, so this is just a photo of me. It's titled This Is My Happy Place. So I went to Hobby Lobby, got my Starbucks. That sounds like a great day to me. So definitely my happy place. I tried to tone down this background, which has a bunch of icons on it, by using a lot of mixed media in the areas where I had my banners coming out. This is definitely using a sketch from 30 Days of Sketches. Next, another Vicki Boutin. This is my first time using Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush, which is a collection I got pretty recently, one of my newer collections. This is definitely using a sketch. I love how the mixed media background turned out on here. I kind of experimented with some different, some new to me shimmers paints. And these are just photos of my family. We had gone out to celebrate my dad's Father's Day, not my dad's birthday, at Texas Roadhouse. And I thought these orange flowers were kind of matching my orange flower necklace here. Alright, next, this is a Valentine's Day layout. This is titled Love, Love, Love. This was using Simple Stories Happy Hearts collection, which is another collection I'm trying to kill off. I only have a little bit left. I've used it a lot, especially in Happy Mail I used it a lot. So I cut out these flowers from a different paper where it was in just one corner. I had 2 of them, so I cut out both of those and put it on this other background because I wanted to use this hearts paper as the background. and I was able to use 3 photos here. So this is Valentine's Day in 2021. We were actually snowed in. It had snowed a lot. So we just had a simple Valentine's Day kind of breakfast using eating some cinnamon rolls and some strawberries. So that's just documenting that time, which is really fun. Oh, I think this just popped up. I'm gonna have to glue that. I have to glue that down because that just liked to pop off. Okay, so this is actually from a few days later, I believe. So this is documenting more of that snow that happened because it actually snowed even more. And it took a while for all the snow to melt. So this is kind of documenting all the snow, and then it finally had melted. This is using crepe paper snow and cocoa, which is one of my favorite winter collections. Another collection I'm trying not to hoard and actually use. So I have some torn paper on the sides here. I really liked this paper with the little houses and the birds on it, since I was documenting photos of our house. Next, this is a photo, or photos of us watching Jurassic Park together, which I had never seen actually. Somehow I had not seen Jurassic Park until 2021, but I loved it. It was really good, so I had to bring in some dinosaurs here. This was using crepe paper Wild Heart collection, which is a collection I'm also trying not to hoard and use up. As well as just some random embellishments from that random embellishment bin that I know are from Amy Tan. Alright, this next one, this looks kind of unfinished to me still, so I may go back and add in more. This is one of my first times playing with Vicky Boot and Prince Shop collection. I finally got my hands on that. And this I remember is from a sketch because it had a bunch of circles, so I was trying to recreate that. This is just a photo of a haircut I had received. I loved this haircut with my bangs and everything. So I wanted to use the scissor embellishments from that collection on here. Alright, we're getting towards the end here. Next, this one is just titled Beautiful Day. This is just a photo I took of working outside at a coffee shop. It was awesome weather, so I just had to document that. It was this coffee shop that's on Main Street in Broken Arrow, so there's all the cute little buildings there. And this is using Echo Park Day in the Life. I loved the striped paper from that collection, so I definitely wanted to use that. I also got some more washi on here, which I'm proud of myself for doing, as well as some random embellishments from that random bin. Alright, and then finally we have this final layout from Pink Fresh, and then also Cozy Days. I was trying to use up both of those collections, or use up more of the Cozy Days collection, as well as bring in some Pink Fresh because they had some fall themed embellishments in that mystery box. And these are just selfies I took after a recent haircut in 2020. Loved how my hair looked. I really liked how the colors worked with this background paper with all the words on it. I even made a little shaker on here, which I hadn't done in a while, so I was proud of myself for doing that. I wanted to add a lot of the floral bits. Gotta have my glasses on there for bangs and glasses. And this one is just titled Love This. And that is everything I've made over the past couple months. I know it's been so long coming, so thank you all for sticking around with me while I'm just adjusting to this new period in my life. I also wanted to just share that I do still have some de-stash boxes up in my Etsy shop, so definitely check that out. I also have them on sale right now as of today, so definitely check those out and stick around for more crafting videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye!